Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. You are watching The German in New Mexico. I just pulled up to the Eurozone in Albuquerque to pick up some goodies for a German meal I'm planning to make. I also want to promote their store because I think they have a great selection of products and I love going there. It's a little different every time I go. So if you haven't been here, come check them out. They're on Osuna Road, just off the freeway, in this little mall area here you can see right behind me. And also, if you look real closely, you can see the fish, because they also sell fresh fish. It's a very cool store. I was there a few weeks ago and asked them if they would be okay if I came in and took some pictures and videos and promoted their store on my YouTube channel and my website, and they said, yes, please go ahead. Still, I'm not going to just go in there and cameras blazing. I will take some pictures, grab a few products I want to make into a meal, and then take them home. And then part 2 of this video will be me actually processing those foods into a German meal. Stay tuned for that. Please keep watching this video. And also check in for my part 2 of this, when I will be at home actually preparing the food and eating it. I will link my website in the description below. Please go and check out my food section, which is where I'll promote the Eurozone and all the products I find there and the little goodies I've made over the years. Please also go check out the Eurozone's website and their Facebook, and you can sign up for their newsletter and then be notified whenever they get fresh products in. Yeah, and come by their store. They're very friendly, good people, good food, good products. And I think they're in a very convenient location, right off the freeway on Osuna. So let's go inside and check out what they have.
So walking up to it, you can see that the store is at the end of this little strip mall. They're very easy to find. You can also see the fresh fish sign again and the Eurozone sign. Outside, they're promoting their fresh fish again. You can check out what they have that day. On the door, they oftentimes promote other German events or gatherings. In this case, it's 2 different summer schools that are happening in New Mexico. On this occasion, I would also like to promote 3 more food places that were introduced to me when I went to the Eurozone the last time. I will link their sites in the description below, and I'll also put them on the screen. The first one is Beth's German Goodies. She's very active on Instagram and she bakes out of her house. She makes mostly sweet German goodies. The next one is Das Brotkörbchen, and they mostly make more savory German baked goods, but also a bunch of sweet stuff. And then the third one is Kraut's Kitchen, German comfort food, and I think they're more active on Facebook, so I'll link their Facebook. But all 3 of them also have a hot plate, so please go check them out, check out what they have. Kraut's Kitchen has a lot of savory German meals, meat, potatoes, sauerkraut. It looks very yummy. Inside the store there's another big sign promoting what they're selling currently. Yeah, the big meat deli. It's a great place to browse for all kinds of salamis and hams and different kinds of meats. The cheese, I love the cheese. The sign above just states what they currently have in store. It changes quite a bit, so I recommend you sign up for their email newsletter or just check their website, their Facebook. They're all linked in the description. Over here are a lot of different beverages, different teas, different coffees. You see at the bottom, Jakobs Cafe is very popular in Germany. Germans love Hagebuttentee. I don't quite know what that is. I'll put it on the screen, you can go translate it. A few more beverages. Germans also love all kinds of juices, apple juice, orange juice, papaya juice. And then at the bottom are a few more baking items. You see Käsekuchenhilfe. At the top here are a few pickled items, tomatoes and cucumbers. You can make borscht, leek soup, Schnitzel helper, currywurst. It's a good mix of stuff. Yeah, this continues over here. Some cooking aids for sauces and soups. Some desserts. The top, they're all Polish, I think. When you go down, you find a few more puddings. Some sweets. German Haribo, Schokobananen. To the right, there's a lot more. Schokoriegel, chocolate bars. And then to the left on that shelf, I didn't take a picture of that. There are a bunch of canned fish, canned items, sardines, herrings. On the big shelf up front, there are plenty of condiments. You have Gewürzketchup, mayo, mustard, artichokes, different kinds of sauces you can use for your cooking. Lots of cookies. Nutella is very popular in Germany. Little wafer cookies. Continuing over here, more sweet stuff. At the bottom you have Krabower Küsse, like marshmallows covered in chocolate. This one, lots of jams. You can't have a good German breakfast without jam. Strawberry jam, plum jam, Hagebutte again. More baking and cooking. At the top you have Kartoffelrösti, hash browns essentially. Pfannkuchen, pancakes. Also on the shelf to the right of there, there's a bunch of dill pickles. Yeah, here we are. Love a good pickle, but also sauerkraut. Can't have a German meal without sauerkraut. Or some other kind of cabbage. It's just so good. And good for you. Noodles, Spätzle, all kind of pasta items on this shelf. Further down there are some Knöpfle. And then over here, to the right after you enter, they have a lot of frozen food, frozen meats, frozen sausages, dairy. But I spoke with Patrick, the owner, and he was saying that they're hoping to come up with kind of a charcuterie section, which I find very exciting because I'm hoping to get some Schlachtplatte into my diet at some point, and it's on the screen. Refrigerated items, pickled fishes, different condiments. Take one book, bring one book, as the sign says. I didn't see any German books when I was there, but I'm sure this shelf has a lot of turnover. So people bring books, they take books, and then depending on when you go, you'll find a German book there. But yeah, good selection of history, local history. That area with frozen foods and the bookshelf is framed by some scarves that I think promote soccer teams. I'm not sure, I'm not really into organized sports. One more shelf of sweets. And lastly, I don't think they sell any alcoholic drinks. They may do so at some of their outdoor events. For example, they have a Christmas market in December, and before that I think they have an Oktoberfest. But go check out their website for all those events. But yeah, I grabbed my items. Let's go check out, take them home. Every time I go to the Eurozone, I have a really good experience. They're very friendly, they take their time to talk to you. Check out their store, come by, grab something you've never had before. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Also check out all the other German folks I promoted earlier. Elizabeth from Beth's German Goodies made me a very beautiful Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, Black Forest cake, just recently. So yeah, please go check them out. They will appreciate it.
All right, I'm back home, back in Grants. Had a lovely day in Albuquerque. I've lived in Albuquerque for 6 or 7 years before I moved to Grants, and I've been here for maybe a year and a half now. Depending on how things go the next year or two, I'll definitely move back to the big city. I would love to buy a home there. I just love going there, enjoying the city vibe. Today I went to the farmer's market, met an old friend of mine, caught up a little bit, spent some time at a coffee shop to read and write. And yeah, I went to the Eurozone, which is becoming one of my favorite places in Albuquerque actually, because they have really good stuff. Check them out. And you just saw the Eurozone itself, what it looks like on the inside, what their shelves are, what their products are. And I went and picked a few of those products to make a German meal for myself for a part 2 of this video. So let's start with the main dishes. the first one over here is blood sausage, Blutwurst. So traditional German favorite of mine. Then we have Bratwürste, brats essentially. Then Kartoffelpuffer. This is a very well-known brand in Germany. I was going to get mashed potatoes from a bag, but they didn't have it. So I just went for this. Then we have Pfanny, Semmelknödel mit Röstzwiebeln. So they're dumplings with onions. And I could make all these things myself from scratch. And I may make some mashed potatoes from scratch as an extra. But I wanted to try those products, those packaged products that they sell at the Eurozone. Another item I could make myself pretty easily because they're just egg noodles. Bechtle Spätzle. Beautiful. Another part of the main dish will be sauerkraut, Bavarian style, and Hengstenberg is a very well-known German brand for sauerkraut. And then, yeah, last bit of the main course will be another Blutwurst. I don't know what this one looks like or how this tastes, but I'll find out. So we have these 3 meat bits that are going to get heated up or fried in a pan. And then the sides. And yeah, I didn't get the gravy for the Spätzle. I had it in my basket at the Eurozone, but I must have put it back or they didn't bring it up for me. I'm not sure. But I'll just get some other dark gravy for those Spätzle. And then for a dessert, my grandma used to make chocolate pudding with biscuits layered in it. And also her chocolate pudding always had a really thick top layer, like almost like a crust, like a skin. I don't know what else you would call it. So Dr. Oetker, very famous German brand. Leibniz Kekse, very famous in Germany. And I will use all these bits and pieces to make a wonderful German meal as part 2 of this video. Maybe I'll add some German drinks, 2 or 3 German beers to have with this, or maybe a German wine. I haven't quite decided yet. Maybe I'll make mashed potatoes from scratch as an extra. We shall see. Stay tuned. Please check in for the part 2 of this video. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, your interest in all this. Please leave me your comments and suggestions down below. I will link all these products. I will link the Eurozone. I will link my own website. So please go explore all that. Please like and subscribe and share this video and my channel with all your contacts. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one.